Alright. Before we leave for Brilehaven, let me see what royal virtue do I want to try to upgrade. Could work on my wisdom since that's almost ranked up.
Whoa!
Oh wow, you can see Creekgate Castle from here. The city is small compared to the royal capital, but I think a more old-fashioned town like this can be nice too. How about we take in the view of the city skyline for a bit? Who knows, it might just broaden your horizons to observe how the people in this town go about with their lives. Sounds good.
Okay. Right.
Martyria has had its share of misfortune, but the town itself is wonderful. It's nowhere near as bustling as the capital, but it doesn't exactly feel rural either. And the shopping's not bad either. Maybe being so close to the main road, a lot of merchants come and go. I'm sure that people just want to live quiet, contented lives.
Yeah.
Everything that happened must have shaken the city to the core. I suppose you're right. No matter how nice a city looks on the surface, there's always good and bad. When you live on the road like we do, it's hard to imagine settling down in one place. And
all right.
There goes my wisdom. As Galka and I headed home, we discussed many things about Martyria, including its people, the shops, and the scenery.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Alright, well, time to go to Brilehaven.
I've seen the state of the race with my own eyes, ladies, gents, and mad malcontents. If you wanted an update, here's your chance. So far, we've mostly seen gauntlet runner skirmishes and dueling mayhem. Now it's time for the real thing.
What? What, like actual duels? Like, what are you talking about?
Sounds like we've lost a few candidates already too. Poor bastards went after something too nasty for their head hunt and got themselves head hunted.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
We've got some candidates who have outright given up. No confidence. Can't blame them against these odds. And some others have bought and sold out of the race.
What does that mean?
Come on! That's a bit unfair, isn't it?
I suppose money's power like anything else. Military strength's not meant to decide this race anyhow.
Some others have bought and sold out of the race? Oh, like they've been paid off or something to like join someone else's cause? Got it.
The question is, what's our final head count going to look like? Lots of unknowns left, people, and we'll not know the truth until the exhibition. A little bird told me one of our contenders has made a bold play in Martyria.
Hey, that's me.
They might not even come out of it with a head.
Oh, well, Brig. Someone said.
What are they scheming then? Let's hear some details.
Sorry, chums, I'm just the crier. Can't speak for any one candidate in particular. Luckily, you'll not have long to wait now.
Don't shoot the messenger, folks.
With all that said, can't help but wonder how Count Luis is taking this, can we? My sources say he's not bothered with any of this. He's still gallivanting across the land, killing humans.
Okay. What is his play in this, though? Because I doubt he can, like, put this off for, like, too much longer. Otherwise, he'll probably start losing support.
And yet, even without a formal entry,
Or maybe
Luis's
not.
voter base is still growing. Bound to have his eminence Forden grinding his teeth, that. For now, let's enjoy the show!
Sounds good.
Right, everyone. Farewell said, particulars packed.
All that remains is to ride to Oceania with pride in our hearts.
Watch out, Luis. You won't know what hit you.
Remember, we're still trying to blend in and pretend like we're on his side.
Well then, off to the races, what? Old Barden's giving me a detailed map of the area.
Okay.
Sounds like quite a journey. I hope it won't be as bumpy as last time.
Would it even be bumpy for you? You fly.
Oh no, it'll be a sight smoother. But you've got wings. What are you fussing for?
That's what I said.
Oh, there it is. Should have known the fatigue would hit eventually. About time I got some sleep.
Did you not sleep well last night?
Heis, mate. Why are you on my bed? You're positively miniature, man. There are plenty of other places fit for you to sleep.
Oh no.
Yes. Splendid. Just magnificent.
What are you dreaming about?
What is he dreaming about?
That's what I said.
I hope you've no designs on taking my bed. I have cut men down for less.
Trust me, I've seen it, although I don't know if trying to rob a carriage is necessarily less.
With friends like these.
Now then.
Next is Port Brilehaven, the capital of the Principality of Oceania. If we punch it south of Martira, we'll make it in, I'd say 3 nights, 4 days or so. Oh, well, I already see a couple gauntlet runners on the way. Wow, so that's Port Brilehaven.
Oh, hey!
What sort of place is Port Brilehaven exactly? It is a large city of prosperous commerce, due in no small part to its oceanside proximity. I envision droves of people will pour in for the exhibition. All the people delayed by the landslide might still be showing up. Keep an eye on the road, okay, Norris?
Ha-ha! Tally-ho then!
Why, I never. Who do you think you're talking to? Leave it to me. Next stop, Port Brilehaven, capital of Oceania.
Leaving behind the old castle town stricken by tragedy, the Gauntlet Runner sets off toward the exhibition of the brave. Their destination, Port Brilehaven, capital of the Principality of Oceania. A world unknown to them. What will they accomplish? Acclaim? Or...
Yes.
What to pick?
3 days until we reach Brilehaven. I can increase wisdom. Don't necessarily want to do at the moment. Where's Heisme? Is he in a bed? This is supposed to be Stroll's bed, but it appears Heisme is sleeping comfortably on it. You can rest in the Gauntlet Runner's sleeping quarters. Time will pass, but your virtues won't improve at all. Okay. Alright, yeah, let me just make some benevolent bread.
Alright.
And we just woke up Heisme.
Now then.
Okay. Is this the same as last time where he's gonna be like... Yep. Okay. I got benevolent bread. And he's back asleep again. Do I want to increase my wisdom, or... Actually, let me see what I can plant. Hero's fruit... I guess it's the only seed I had. I thought I had more. First, wet the soil, then sow the seeds. Also, these prefer more sun, so keep the soil covering to a minimum. I tended the plants with warmth and care. I spent some time planting seeds with Gallica. I'll check back later to see how they are.
The party sets off for Martira. As they watch the setting sun sink under the horizon, their Gauntlet Runner arrives in a land grown thick with trees. The wildlife retreats to safety before the sunlight fades, leaving only deafening silence. The anticipation that follows a journey's beginning swells in their hearts.
Anticipation swelling! Alright. That's a lot of bugs flying around everywhere.
Oi!
Hey, have you heard? There's a bath cask on the back deck now. I've heard enough whinging about not being able to bathe, so I whipped something up. It's not elegant, but it'll do the job. No doubt it would shake too much to use while traveling, but it should be lovely to enjoy a soak when we're stopped.
Speaking of,
I've heard that in certain regions, fruits and grasses are added into bathwater to relieve exhaustion and strengthen the body. If you encounter such items, perhaps you ought to consider a purchase. Thanks to Norris, you can now use the bath cask on the back deck. Not only can you acquire mag by using it, how does that work? But you can also add various bath salts to the water to improve your abilities. Okay.
The breeze feels nice.
We've got 3 more days on the road.
But
I can tell you're feeling stronger these days, but it's still too dangerous to go outside at night. Okay, I wasn't planning on going outside at night, but okay. So I got imagination with them.
All right then.
Is Noah still asleep? Where's he? Oh no, he's just in the strategy room. I guess by himself. Okay, I'll talk with Stroll.
Hey.
Sure.
That reminds me.
First Hulkenberg, now Heisme. Having more reliable comrades at your side never hurts, but it's too early to celebrate, considering it's Luis that we're up against. As much as I hate to say it, there's no denying he's still the strongest mage out there. You can beat him. We're stronger than he is. Our powers are certainly fearsome, but we shouldn't underestimate his either. Remember that human corpse at the cathedral? They say he defeated it all by himself. Not to mention we had the royal magic to contend with. To put it bluntly, we don't stand a chance in a frontal assault.
Oi!
Oh, but don't misunderstand. I'm only pointing out how difficult it would be for us as we are now. If we pulled our powers, we may be able to surpass him. Nothing is impossible. That's what I've come to believe since I met you. Since you awakened your first power. Strong and I talked about things to come. I feel like my imagination increased.
All right.
Is it that time already? It's not that late. We continue to come up with strategies of how to kill Luis. Joe and I talked for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
That reminds me.
We'll arrive in the Ocean City the day after tomorrow. Heisme, you've erected a tent up above, haven't you? You take care that you don't get carried off by the wind. I'm confident it will take more than that to pull the tent apart. Though I suppose some caution is warranted.
Speaking of...
Worst case scenario, you've got wings. You could just fly back to us, no? My young friend, where did you hear UG for capable of flight? I hate to disappoint, but they're rather more for gliding. He's falling with style. In 2 days, we'll be in Brilehaven. You're really gonna get used to all this traveling, don't you think? I would hope so, especially after all the time we've done it. Is Heisme asleep in his bed again?
hey there.
Wow, the hero's fruit spawned fruit. Hey, why don't we harvest it?
Whoa.
We were able to harvest some great fruit. If you have more seeds, let's sow them. I don't think I do. Before I forget, there's also a journal. The old man had a hunch about the tomb northwest of Brilehaven. Wasn't there a cursed cemetery there? The one where the victims of that epidemic were buried, it says. While I'm around Brilehaven, I should keep an eye out for this cemetery in case there's a relic there. Okay, let me go ahead and talk with Hulkenberg, get my wisdom up. I was just thinking I'd ponder some battle strategies over my game board. An abstract game of military tactics, you see. Care to indulge me in a round? Sure.
All right.
Then let us begin. I shall give and expect no quarter. Shall we?
If so...
If that's how you plan to make your advance, then... I have no idea what I'm playing. But it looks like I'm losing. I can't make any more moves. That's the match. My, I learned quite a bit from that match. I believe we would both benefit from continued practice. This game affords me the opportunity to visualize strategies all on my own. What if an enemy came at me from such an angle? How would I retaliate? And so on and so forth.
I'd say
I once failed in my duty to protect His Highness the Prince. At that time, I was but a novice, a new addition to the Royal Guard. I lacked the experience needed to properly assume the role.
that's why.
It is for that reason that I now train both my body and mind so thoroughly, as I have vowed to never let such a thing occur again.
Right.
Your dedication is impressive.
No.
Perhaps, but 'twould be more accurate to say that I am trying to attain perfection, rather than implying I have already achieved it. That said, it is quite the pleasure to speak so freely with you. I find comfort in knowing that I may share my feelings with a compatriot. If we find success in this endeavor and create a country where all can truly live equally, I hope to serve as a knight captain, passing down what knowledge I can to a new generation. Nice. Speak not just of tactics, but of all my experiences on this journey. My victories, and of course my failures too. And in doing so, I would see the Royal Guards elevated to new heights, I hope.
Yeah.
If anyone could do it, it's you, Hulkenberg.
Yes.
Well, should such a starry-eyed wish come true, I shall tell them much of you, our captain. Such a position is certainly not one most could adapt to, much less succeed in, given the circumstances of our fight. And I must say, you wear the role well. It's hard to believe it's your first foray into such responsibility. Perhaps you've a natural talent for it. Though to call it talent is a disservice. No, whatever higher calling you have, I can only be as I am now because of you. Such praise from a knight is quite an honor.
True.
It was you and Gallica that set the cogs of this journey in motion. I think there's some significance to you being the captain, in my humble opinion. You have my gratitude. After crossing proverbial swords with you, I feel that I am one step closer to realizing my dream. I felt my wisdom grow after listening to Hulkenberg's advice.
All right.
Yay.
All right.
Now then, shall we continue our discussion on tactics? There were some blunders you can avoid next time. For example, when a piece moves here, you should... Blah 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 blah. Hulkenberg and I dueled on the board for a while. At least it wasn't dueling in real life.
Yura speaking.
I've got something on the old girl's radar, so we'll be taking a short stop. Oh, now what?
The city ruins
What
come
the?
to view. This place once flourished through the excavation of magla crystals by migrant workers. The work was hard, but the miners were hardy and spirited, and the promise of riches lured many here. In its time, it may have rivaled Brilehaven. However, the promise of strong magla drew forth the humans. As tragedies climbed, it became a ghost town. Now only the threatening glimmer of the crystals remain.
Yeah, I guess
And
that
with
makes
the
sense.
of abandoned riches followed the thieves. For some reason, though, they all seem to scurry home empty-handed, gripped by fear.
I'm gonna assume based off the humans. Whoa! Well, that's a lot of condensed magma. It's a truly harrowing sight. Look at all those crystals. Simply coming here is enough to wound the soul. A chill settles into my very bones as I consider what could have occurred here. Yeah, I figured this might hit a sore spot for Stroll. Something wrong, lad? Did the Gauntlet Runner get the best of your stomach again?
No.
No, sorry. I was just reminded of something unpleasant.
Well then.
Let's call it a day and head home. Head back.
Thanks.
I appreciate the concern, but really, I'll be fine. I know what destroyed this village. I've no doubt about it. This is the work of a human. Indeed, the scars left upon this place differ from the traces left behind by monster attacks or acts of war. Right. I don't know if the magla crystals are what attracted the humans here, or if the attack caused them, but my hometown will eventually... Stroll. I'll make no assumptions about what runs through your mind, but I would ask you to recall the time when we cut down the human at the castle and saved all those who those lives within.
That's why.
Do not allow your thoughts to dwell on negativity. A day will come when both this place and your hometown will flourish once again.
Yeah.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I feel like coming face to face with the cruel decline of the village has deepened my wisdom in its own way.
All right.
Oh, really close to a rank up on that.
Hey!
Ugh. My stomach sent notice that our next meal is overdue. Why don't we head back? So I guess Nerys can read the room when he wants to, huh?
So,
Let's put this place behind us.
Here.
By the by, I made another drawing. This picture will bring viewers no joy, but it is an important sight to document nonetheless. Okay. Am I supposed to give that to Maria? That may not be the best idea. I'll take the drawing with me to ensure I never forget what happened here.
As the sun sinks below the horizon, the Gauntlet Runner arrives in a land dense with trees. The glow of the Gauntlet Runner pierces the dark, warmly enveloping them in its light.
Blackwood Camp. The day after tomorrow, we'll be in a real maritime city. I bet we'll be able to see the ocean soon. There's time for both of us. Talk with High Spray. Hello there. I've got altogether too much time on my hands. Let's say we take a little rest and talk a moment. No traces of enemy around, by my eyes. Peaceful for now, which means we get to have a little break. Imagination, ho.
Good grief.
Goodness. Time to bid farewell to Martira, isn't it? We can't help but feel a connection to that place. The village from which I originally hail is not far from Martira. The air there agrees with my skin more than Grand Trad's. It's nice and quiet.
That's right.
It is nice and quiet in Martira. Yes, on this subject in particular, we are in full agreement. Speaking of which, where is your hometown? I've heard before that you received this mission from the Hynate village where His Highness the Prince resides. Right. My apologies. I didn't mean to ask with such carelessness. Your tribe faces even harsher prejudice than the Ujif. Not pry if you'd rather not discuss it. There are none alive who wouldn't want to forget certain aspects of their past, myself included. But if that truly is the case, then perhaps it is not one's past that defines their character, but what they do in the present and the future. If we were to all face the future together, then perhaps someday we could find ourselves living in a world resembling the one from that novel you carry. Imagination! Looks like I'm about halfway to my next level. I'm glad to have such an opportunity to converse. If a good night's rest evades you, then I'll keep you company in its stead. Alright.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
And on we go.
Quite.
The salty yet strangely refreshing aroma of seawater is already upon us. At this rate, we should reach Brilehaven by tomorrow. Seawater? I thought so. The air feels a lot more clammy, so I assume that's what it was. And so we put the forest behind us at long last. That must mean that we've already ventured beyond where that cliff collapsed, barring passage.
I see.
It would seem it was fixed without a trace of its ruin. And speaking of ruin, Nerys, remember that we are relying on you for safe passage the rest of the way. Tomorrow we should be able to see the ocean.
That reminds me.
Nerys said the waters around Brilehaven are kind of strange. I'm curious what he meant by that. Where'd everyone go? Oh. Hey, Oldenburg.
Got it.
Oops. Oh, I didn't even know I could go in the washroom. Oh, I get experience from doing that? Okay. Let's go in the pantry.
Let's go.
Oh. There's where Highspade's tent is, I guess. Let me cook something, and then honestly make some invincible noodles.
Alright.
Heismei again? I heard all my dishes from Heismei's hometown. Alright, I think I'll hang out with Hulkenberg again, just to hopefully break up my wisdom.
Yes.
It was an even battle, but within the span of one turn, I suddenly found myself cornered. Well, come now, 'tis too early in the battle for so sullen an expression. If your foe mobilizes a large force, then surely an opening may be found.
What should we do?
Your enemy marshals their full might to breach your defenses, all whilst leaving their own base wide open. How do you respond? Balance offense and defense, prioritize defense, full-scale counterattack. Go for a balanced approach?
If so,
I would simultaneously attack the enemy's base while maintaining my own guard. It'd be quite the challenge to fight my pieces face to face, but the situation is simply unavoidable if you want to capitalize on the opportunity to seize the enemy's stronghold. According to an effective move, I feel like my wisdom has improved.
now then.
Yay, I didn't mess up. And I'm now knowledgeable.
Wisdom. Well then.
Do you understand now? If so, show me with your next move. Huckleberg and I dueled on the board for a while.
Gauntlet runner sighted!
Enemies coming our way. Or so I thought. Looks like it's that Missy's Gauntlet Runner coming for us this time. Oh, Katharina again?
Hey!
Hey, you lot! Yeah, well, the Gauntlet Runner over there. You're not becoming king on my watch.
Hurry it up!
I've got a short fuse, you know? And that means if you don't come out right now, kaboom! So the young miss says, I'm hoping you lot are willing to act.
Certainly.
Don't worry, we won't take this lying down. Wait, they're coming on board at the other end? Well, now we have to accept their challenge. Let's do it.
It's you! So we meet again! Maybe you got the better of me last time, but you're about to get some payback.
How did you not recognize our Gauntlet Runner?
Give me a break, lady. Ever heard of learning from your mistakes? Sorry, but we don't intend to lose either.
Ooh, big talk. Well, I'm willing to rewrite my record if that's what it takes to be queen.
What record?
My people are suffering as we speak. Who's gonna save the Parapus if I don't give it all I've got?
I mean, I could try.
I promised them all I'd become queen. You're all decent people, got nothing against you, but I'm not holding back.
Clear off! As moths to flame!
Holy cow. Well, that did some decent damage.
Looks like you've gotten stronger. So have we.
And we got a Yuji.
Slash!
Fire!
We hit their weakness.
Oh,
Nothing
That's your
ties a
opening,
traveler
Captain.
down.
I did not know you had a weakness. Nice quadruple hit.
I'll destroy you.
I show no mercy!
Why are you so strong, damn you? But this is where the real fight begins. Get ready to get stomped.
Right, you even haven't had a turn yet.
This is a joke.
Meditation? Okay. Ow.
By this power.
Bad, Katharina. No kidney punches.
Their weakness.
I
That's
shall
your
fight
opening,
as the
Captain.
noble I am.
Actually, wait. I
Give me your
forgot.
aid.
Yeah, I forgot you had a fire move.
Tis
Have fun with this.
This is it!
Burn you up.
There's your weapon.
Fire!
You are
Let's make an end of it.
Show
And,
them our might.
and this is it.
You will taste justice!
Justice to the oppressed people. Well, that didn't come off right. Anyway.
No. Why? Why? I trained so much for this. This isn't supposed to happen.
I don't know what to tell you. I Did I steal her, like, gauntlets? I'm not really doing a good job of conveying my intentions here, huh?
Satisfactory. Ha! I have never known such heights.
I didn't know I had it in me.
Well, again, I don't know how people learning about this.
I've lost!
Damn! I lost again! If I could just beat you, I'd ask you to join me. But that power of yours is really something. But don't you rest easy, because I will win next time. Start preparing now, you got that? Sure. Katharina, cheer up! What?
Yeah?
I saw your runner, so I followed you. You're as tough as they say. Eudocrius, who do you think I am exactly? Pardon me. I know perfectly well you're the great Katharina Gran. Everyone here knows. In fact, all their hopes are pinned on you.
Oh.
Are all these people migrating to find work, even though it might kill them in the end? What other option do carapaces like them have? It might be dangerous, but you've got to break some eggs to make an omelet. Well, considering the eggs in this metaphor are the carapaces themselves, may want to reconsider that one. Eudocrius, wait. Take this and see if you can stop everyone from leaving for now.
Hey.
Good news, you lot. Katharina has made a generous donation. Why do I have a feeling this is her quote-unquote handler, and that this is more of extortion than trying to be a good guy and help her out? Oh, thank you. Now we can eat for once.
Listen to me!
Listen, everyone. I know these times are trying, but this kind of work ain't the answer. If you can hold out just a little longer, I swear, I'm gonna set things right for us.
Well then.
Now, there we are. We believe in you, Katharina. I earned that money slaying a monster just a few days ago. It was meant to be the start of my royal campaign fund. It's a small price to pay for helping out my people, but it'll last them, what, a few weeks at most? They'll be heading out to find work again in no time. I just can't fathom dying to earn our living. And the fat cats are all too happy when the carapaces take them up on it. I mean, you're a bounty hunter, isn't killing things and going up against the potential risk of dying kind of part of the whole deal? Unless what they're sending off the carapaces to do is just literally die, which, yeah.
I'll make it happen.
When I'm in charge, first thing I'm gonna do is offer bounties for their bloody heads. They squeezed us dry, so I'll squeeze them right back. Is money the answer? Will handing out money make this better? I got no clue myself, but I had to try something.
But
even now, it sounds like those people aren't gonna survive. And I can't tell people who aren't eating today to wait until tomorrow while I think of something. When I said is money the answer, I meant for like putting a bounty on the nobles, not giving them money. Whatever. I was just lucky, you know? I had the strength to push through and survive. The truth is, most people don't have that kind of strength. They need someone to provide it for them.
that's why.
You should know better than most. Those who can't act gotta take action. If they don't, nothing in this bloody world's gonna change. It'll stay as rotten as it is. So many say there's nothing to be done, but they always say that because the carapaces are right where they want them. Beneath everybody.
It just ain't right.
They couldn't have the carapaces start doing well for themselves. That would shake up the shoddy ground they're standing on. They like this twisted world just as it is.
Sure.
Let's change things ourselves. That's exactly what I plan on doing, Win. And with anyone able to take the throne, now's the time to do it. Which means I can't just hand it to you either. Well, I said let's, both as in like both of us, so what's the deal with me whatever.
Thanks.
Much obliged, Wind. We may be enemies, but I like having these talks. If you want to talk, can we just go to the talking and less about the fighting next time? I'm not as powerful as I need to be, but still, I reached out to the recruitment center, and we should be seeing bigger rewards from bounties. Go check on it. We gotta keep taking those monsters down. We'll beat this world into peace together. I can feel Katharina's indignation towards the world's absurdities, as well as her deep faith in me. The loyal hunter, Katharina, keeper and inheritor of the brawler's virtues.
No.
Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom.
A new power.
Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength, fulfill thy destiny.
I'm not letting anyone die.
I can now become the Pugilist? And also, rewards for bounties increased. You can now try the Pugilist in Academia. Alright. Next time I see you, I'm taking you down for sure, so don't go dying on me. That is the plan, to not die.
As the shadows are stretched to their limits before darkness takes them, the Gauntlet Runner arrives in a balmy wetland. Nocturnal creatures who lay dormant beneath the fens in the light rise to seek out their prey. Meanwhile, the party rests their weary souls, fatigued by the long journey, under the protection of the Gauntlet Runner.
Yay. Not dying. Sweet. Muddy Camp. Nice. So I'll be arriving tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of place Brilehaven is. What I think
All right,
I'll
then.
do is...
Let's head there right away.
Go to the rail deck and try this bath out. It's a bath cask.
Hey there!
I heard from Nuris. Apparently we can either enter as is, or make it even better by putting something into the hot water first.
Yep.
If you put something in that smells good, I bet it'll feel nice. How does putting in something that smells good make it feel better? Oh, whatever. While I'm at it, maybe I should put something in the hot water. Put in that thing. It's a bath with fleeting fountain of youth in it. A sweet fragrance envelops me, as though I'd broken free to frolic through a flower-filled meadow. Interesting. I feel like both my body and my heart have gotten lighter. Protagonist's agility increased by 2. I obtained mag from the bath. Oh, that's not even a little bit either. That's a decent chunk. I got out of the bath and went back after cooling off for a bit. Went back? You mean just to bed?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Alright. And should be arriving at Brilehaven now, I believe?
Hello? Hello, Mr. Captain.
What? 5 more minutes.
Rise and shine, what? Almost there.
The look on my face. I don't care.
Brilehaven. It's been a while.
Oh, you've been, Troll?
You've been before.
My parents took me once when I was a boy. I remember the day we arrived, and waking up to the smell of the ocean. The place was crowded beyond belief. Everything was so different from our hometown in the countryside.
Yeah, I bet.
I felt much the same when I reached the royal capital. Quite a sight compared to my little village, with naught but fields and mountains.
To be sure. And where are you from, Hulkenberg?
You cannot guess? Surely Montario in the east. Why, the Hulkenbergs are one of that nation's most prominent aristocratic houses, if not foremost among them.
Oh. I did not know Hulkenberg was, from an aristocratic house.
You don't say.
Well, yes. Though I've no close relationship with my parents, I've hardly seen them since I left home.
Oh. How come?
I see. Suppose we've all come a long way, haven't we?
Seems we'll make it to the exhibition just in time.
With a master at the helm, you were bound to, eh?
I really hope Joanna shows up.
Oh, yeah.
We resolved to trust her. So we simply watch and wait.
You guys resolved to trust her. I did not trust her as far as I could throw her.
Right. Everyone set and steady? Welcome, ladies and gents, to the coastal crown jewel, Port Brilehaven.
And we made it.
Port Brilehaven, capital of the Principality of Oceania, the western annexed state of Uchronia. A vivacious city, Brilehaven is port of call to ships of both trade and war, bustling with hardy sailors. From the natural wonders caused by Magla to the Colosseum's contests of strength, people flock here to see the marvels of a city that never sleeps. The sea guides the gauntlet runner into the city alongside a warm, salty breeze.
All right, what are we looking at here?
Wow! It's the ocean!
Whoa.
Just look! There's water all the way to the horizon!
Why is there like a water sphere just like levitating in the middle there? Wait, why are there just random kids with like some like royal guard? What is happening there?
It's kind of like the capital, but totally different.
Yes. The City of Water, Brilehaven.
Oh, and a bunch of like random waterfalls. Don't go into the water. Whose runner is that? Oh.
Sancta Cadeau, you've brought us quite a magnificent head. How do you think it'll stack up against your competitors?
Ah, not these two again.
With the warrior monks at my side, there is nothing we cannot accomplish. But I won't presume to know the rankings. I humbly leave it in God's hands.
Uh-huh. I'm sure you left it all up to God and not fixing in any way.
Lineup's a bit conventional for my taste so far. Oh, here comes our mysterious little underdog now. Stir things up a bit here, will you?
I'll try.
Would you look at these spectacular gauntlet runners? They must all be worthy of kings.
What are you talking about? We have the gauntlet runner worthy of a king. Because it was made for one.
Looks like Luis is still the only one with a sky runner, though.
No. I'm sure those blasted clergymen have some mechanism for it too. The Sanctus Church funded the Skyrunners to begin with.
Of course they did. How did they keep it a secret, or do they not? Just no one dares question it.
If you can call that flying, of course. All just piffling about with levitation magic. Only a passing acquaintanceship to real aerodynamics. Birds have never needed magic to fly. Just the mechanical ingenuity of the feathered wing. That's the kind of breakthrough I'd like to make. You'll see, eh? One day, I'll make those wings reality, and we'll soar like birds.
I'm looking forward to it.
Good. I'll have you run in the sky with me. Mark my words.
Can't wait.
If it isn't the pretentious little gallant and his cronies.
Well, hello to you two.
If it isn't the walking headache. Well. No head to be seen. Weren't you talking big about chasing down that Heismay fiend?
Funny you should say that.
You're referring to me, yes?
You're the man. This is a joke, is it?
No. And he's not the head we brought.
He's your great and terrible bounty. You know there's still time to drop out before you humiliate yourself in front of the masses.
Say what you wish. He is one of us. It is not his head we are offering.
Truly? You're allied with a wanted criminal? Are you all mad? Oh, your public humiliation will be quite a sight.
Maybe you haven't checked the bounty board recently. He's no longer wanted, dude.
Come, Hector.
And piss off.
And that was?
No one you need to concern yourself with, or anyone really.
A candidate and one of Luis's henchmen. We don't exactly see eye to eye.
Confound it. No damn parking spaces left. Well, let's look for somewhere a bit less unpleasantly populated.
Sure.
Tomorrow is finally the exhibition to present all the heads. I really hope Joanna shows up.
Oh, nope, just got word. She ran away. Darn it.
You needn't all sleep here tonight, you know? I can stay and wait for the cavalry. Got to give the old girl a tune-up anyway, don't I?
It is much appreciated. In that case, we should look for an inn about the city. Ah, and we must sample the local delights. They far better seafood than in the capital.
I can't wait.
To stop for rest, surrounded by fine food, is an uncommon blessing.
I should have known your first thought would be to taste the local eateries.
If you're sure, Nearest, then we'll leave it to you. Me, I long for a proper bed.
So be it. Let's find ourselves some lodging.
Sounds good.
Really?
We came all this way to a big city. I think we deserve a real inn.
This isn't...
Hey, there's the inn. Guess there's also some illegal shop in the top as well. Hey, a Eugene. Welcome. Let me just say I don't sell much here. All I can offer you is medicinal herbs. Sure.
Hey,
Hey, isn't it a little strange this shop only sells one item? It seems as though there's some sort of secret to this store.
let's
Okay.
rest.
Wait. Is the inn a ship? Or do I have to, like, take a boat across a different part of town? Oh, there's Heisme. Until not too long ago, I was a wanted man. Not with you, the inns might reject us outright. I'm sorry, but I'll have to rely on you to find our accommodations. Sure, no worries. Let's go ahead and head on over, I guess.
Need a ride?
Anywhere you want to go. I'll take you to the far bank.
Good choice.
Over here then. Look around a little bit.
All right, then.
Got shops and stuff on sale. What is this? Ready to win? Side with Jin. Need a hand? Jin's your man. Oh, come on. He's practically stole our idea. You think he's doing this on purpose? Helping people isn't a joke. Let's show him how it's meant to be done. Sure. Oh, right. My influence extends beyond just igniters. I've informed them of the deal. Use this gift well. Right, forgot I get better prices. Automatically increases attack. Go ahead and get that.
Good.
For Hulkenberg. I might check the armor and see if there's anything vastly better. Stop calling me. Grab this and I'll give it to... Give it a scroll. Now that I have absolutely spent all my cash, doubt I can, but let me see if I can head over to the recruitment center. Yeah. Should have figured. Okay. Inn district, the wharf. I'll just go to the inn.
Say.
Alright. Oh, there's Hulkenberg. Oh, and there's the giant stone.
Whoa!
You can really see the king's face from here, huh? I'd realized 'twas slowly moving, but its coming to Brilehaven was beyond my expectations. I wonder why it came. Oh, it's the same one. It just floated all the way over here? Oh,
Yes.
good grief. I do suspect it keeps a watchful eye on the top candidates. It's evident that we are being observed, as we've seen from the coronation rock. Well, maybe that's actually for the better. Seeing that thing in the sky might make everyone really think about the kingdom's future.
Okay then.
Anyway, we better get to finding an inn we can stay at.
Ridiculous.
Even now, His Majesty's face watches on. Once the exhibition of the brave is over with, it's on to Ontario next, I suppose. I never thought I'd see the royal palace entire borne aloft, let alone on skybound pilgrimage to Ukrainia's 3 great cities. Royal magic. And what a tremendous magic it is indeed.
Ridiculous.
It is something. What's up, Shoal?
Oh.
Ian turns away all who are not of the nobility. It's infuriating. Please don't take this the wrong way, but do I no longer look the part? Alright, let me see if I can get in. Who the heck?
What is it you require?
You there. You have a look about you like one of my supporters. Are you? Who are you again? You truly haven't heard of me? Oh, I am shocked. And yet, how lucky you are to be granted the privilege of my exquisite form for the first time.
Yeah.
Beauty is all, is my creed. And more than anything, a king should be beautiful, should he not? I don't really care, dude. And whichever inn I choose for my beauty rest must be worthy of my resplendent grace. Yes, like this golden coral pavilion. Alas, I doubt you have been blessed with wealth enough to enjoy a room at such a lavish place as this. This guy's a jerk. I wouldn't want to stay at an inn full of people like him anyway. Okay, oh, I guess I have to talk to people in front of the inn. Oh my word, not you again. You're the one who gave the speech in Martira. Guess we're both able to make it here safely to Brilehaven. Were you planning to stay at this inn? Unfortunately, there aren't any beds left. Because of the exhibition, everywhere else filled up. And after I told myself I was going to make sure to stay somewhere nice this time too.
I see.
That's so. If this place is no good, we'll have to look for somewhere else. Oh wait, that gullet runner of yours. The one you had parked in the middle of Martira. It had a more powerful chassis than mine. Tell me, what sort of technology does it use? Who are you again?
What?
You're terrible not to remember anything about me. You gave a speech. You had a debate. I'm Lina Caden, the only daughter of the Caden Workshop. My love for gauntlet runners is second to none. That means that if you're stubborn and refuse to tell me, I can make you do it by force. What? I love to... You try, Pipsqueak. Oh, whatever. Oh, not this idiot, too.
Hey!
Look who's here. You're that Elda fella from Martira, ain't ya? Guess we both got ourselves marks for the exhibition. Were you hoping to stay at this inn? Sorry to disappoint you if so, because I just got tossed out on my ear by the innkeeper. Said it's already full, and the one calling itself the Come One, Come All Inn. Some joke, eh? That's gonna be an issue.
Right?
It sure is. Is there another place to stay nearby? There's 2 other inns nearby, but I'm hardly thrilled with either option. On the other side of the fountain is the Golden Coral Pavilion, where Nobby wankers like Forden stay? Well, a Parapus or an Elda staying there. Fat bloody chance. There's an inn past the Golden Coral, but that one's twice as pricey. I'm gonna say that's where you'll find Luis, naturally. Probably bought out the whole place for his rabble-rousing crew.
I guess, but...
You think so? Guess we better avoid that one then. Not like we could afford it to begin with. As far as other options go, there's the Spider's Den over by the tavern. There's a dodgy-looking Ujief standing out front, smiling all creepy-like. Must be right off staying there, so I'll pass. Besides, who needs an inn where there's a tavern? From this day on, I claim it as my castle.
Huh?
I doubt we'd get much sleep in a tavern. I sure wouldn't anyway. Not that this Spider Den sounds much better. Again, there's no way we're getting into the Golden Coral, so we might not have a choice. Should we go check it out? Oh boy.
What is it?
What do I do?
Alright, where is this, oh, over here. Oh, on the hunt for lodging, are we? I have a spare room available. I won't refuse service to anyone, and my rooms are affordable for all. Criminals? Persecuted tribes? Oh no, I wouldn't dream of turning business away.
Enjoy your stay.
Feel free to have a look at the accommodations. We can discuss payment afterwards. Oh, dear lord, I'm about to get stabbed, aren't I?
Kind of freaky.
This place really seems shady. We might as well look at the room. Alright.
Well, should have figured they'd be out of the upper rooms with all the travelers in town.
Are we staying in a barn? What is this?
'Tis a far cry from the runner, at least. I am full glad to stretch my legs again.
That's a cockroach.
Did you see that giant bug just now? It was like the size of my head. It's gotta be poisonous.
I think the bug was as big as you, Gallica.
No, pull yourself together. It's just a insect.
Did not expect you to have a fear of bugs, Jaime.
Well, listen to you. You can't have lived in a giant sandworm den and been afraid of bugs, surely.
Hence the hut.
Fair point.
That's why you lived in that hut.
More importantly, we must discuss tomorrow's proceedings.
Okay.
Right. We meet up with Joanna, then get to the exhibition after that. Joanna will admit to the crime. The guilt of a sanctoress, especially of her status, will guilt Forden by association. That should make an impression on Luis.
Yeah, yes.
Yet for all this, we need Joanna herself. Do you truly think she will join us?
No, we're screwed. Who knows?
Who knows?
She chose to offer her own head instead of the monster's. If you ask me, she'd not have done that if she didn't believe it truly was her child. At least in part. I believe she expressed genuine parental love. I want to believe that, at least.
That's part of the issue, Jaime, is that she thinks that the monster is her child still.
And what if she ends up not showing up? I mean, you're the one who got the worst of all of this in the first place.
If it comes to that, you've still got my head for the dais. After all, the bounty still says I'm a kidnapper.
Yeah, we're not doing that either, so we'll find a plan C if need be.
Balderdash will not sacrifice an innocent life for our victory. But your offer speaks highly of your spirit.
Right. We've done what we can do. All that's left is to keep our chins up and face the competition head on.
Too early yet to retire for the night. We could drop by one of the local pubs. Listen for what perks our ears.
Sure.
And while we're at it, might as well sit down to a proper supper, eh? Could be my last, after all.
It is not going to be your last. Shut up.
Oh, haha, very funny. But I guess good info is important. Let's go check it out.
Sounds good. What the heck? Oh.
What are we without beauty? What do we care for promises and speeches from repulsive mouths? Beauty is everything, and it is time our country reflected that.
God save us all.
Sounds like the candidates have started their speeches. Let's listen in for a bit.
Sure.
With all skills and talents equal, would you see the crown atop an ugly head or a handsome one? Beauty is power. Lack one, you should lack the other.
Well, if that's the case, you have no power. Anyway, moving on.
When I take the throne, all the hideous will be stripped of their titles. Together, we shall build a nation ruled only by radiant, everlasting paragons of beauty.
Man, these government committees are getting way too out of hand. Now we're gonna have like a committee of beauty that's gonna go around judging people's beauty and giving out sanctions if they're not beautiful enough. Jeez.
I love you, Lord Milo! I love you forever!
You're the problem, woman.
Well, he has a point about what people tend to follow.
What? This really doesn't bother you? It isn't right?
Stroll, I've kind of found out that Heismay's kind of just an open-minded dude. While he may not agree with things, he at least sees their point of view to some extent.
You'd rather wait for a king who was always right, then?
Enough about appearance. A beautiful face cannot win wars.
Who the heck are you? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Without military power, the crown's voice means nothing! When I am king, I will establish a unified nation with the Roussant tribe at its head!
We can hear you just fine. You don't have to shout at everyone.
Our tribes, our status, they mean something. You could stray from a monolith, but it will still remain. There can be no true peace without using the power we command!
Uh-huh.
Hear, hear! For Roussant pride!
What pride is there in seizing power by force? Disgraceful.
When I'm queen, all the land's corrupt upper classes will be wanted men! We'll have our guillotines sharpened and our wallets open!
Oh boy.
Those who thought to tilt the world with their heavy coffers will be a head lighter! We'll split their fortunes and toast to our health!
Preach it, Katharina! You just what this land needs!
Yes, a bloody revolution.
Wouldn't the first target be the one on the throne, then?
Good point.
Everyone's just shouting all their ideals out.
I mean, that is kind of how politics work.
These candidates are all pathetic. Nobody here even compares to Lord Luis.
Is that, Ghoul, what's his face?
Luis isn't
No.
even in the running, lad. Poor Blight is afraid of losing to Sanctifex Ford.
You've got it backwards, geezer. He's just not wasting his time on these windbags.
I confess, I know not how to feel.
What is that supposed to mean?
'Tis unprecedented. Never before have our citizens come together in the street in broad daylight and shared their true feelings on king and kingdom.
That's what happens when you have an actual, like, running for president or a king, and it's not just a handed down by birthright.
Indeed. Is this really the kind of change His Majesty wanted? Maybe I'm overthinking it.
Let's go in. If we hang around too long here, we're bound to get dragged into a nasty argument.
Sure. Although, you think there won't be a nasty argument at a pub? Oh, well, there's the man in the... Oh, my word. You too.
When I'm king, pleasures
Loveless.
will rule the city. A bar on every block and a flagon in every hand. All you can drink, all year round.
And deaths by alcoholism will skyrocket by over 200%.
Woo! Next round's on Loveless!
Let fools be content with their fool dreams.
Laudel, that's who I meant.
Grant me the crown, and I will make our kingdom powerful beyond imagining.
I thought you were just a sword for Luis there, Glaudel. You actually trying to run for the throne?
Most powerful? Doesn't really mean anything, does it? Aren't you another one of Luis's flunkies, hound? Stop barking and get back to your master.
Dang. Getting roasted by the drunk patronages of the tavern. Sucks to suck, hey, Glaudel.
Always about that goddamn Luis. I've been in the guard just as long as he has, you swine.
Quite a lively crowd. Looks like a great many of them came all the way here to watch the competition.
Good for them.
He's an elder, isn't he?
Are you a candidate too? Well, strike me down, you're right. Never seen one of you blokes before.
Might be out of luck in the race, though. You'll not stand a chance.
Okay.
Pay him no mind. A drunk's words weigh nothing.
Was it going to?
Wow, there are fish swimming in front of the store.
Ah, I've heard of this. 'Tis on the customer to fish up a catch, and the chefs will prepare it for eating.
That's dumb. Why do I have to work for my dinner?
I admit, I'm curious. Shall I sing a shanty for you as you take up rod and reel, Captain?
Please don't. Oh boy. Oh, wow. Holy, what in the world is that? I caught some weird, creepy creature. What is that buzzing I hear? Chicow! Oh my word, it's got a stinger. What?
Is that really edible? It doesn't look quite, natural.
What do you mean, Stroll? Isn't your food always supposed to, like, wiggle and squirm around? What in the world is happening? I don't think they even cooked the thing. I think they just chopped it up and the poor thing's still alive, clinging onto its last shred of life. Jeez.
By all means, let us try it.
Yeah, we get it, Hulkenberg. You'll eat just about anything and like it too.
Did she even look at it?
Gallica, she's staring holes into the poor thing.
Why, tis...
Don't even try to fool me. I know you like it.
Tis delicious!
Knew it.
The aroma of the sea simply floods the mouth. Ah, and what splendid crunch it has.
Okay. What? Since when was the sea, like, or at least fish, green and slimy looking? Okay, maybe the slimy part makes sense.
I mean, they wouldn't let us fish up anything outright inedible. I hope.
At least we'll die together.
At least we'll die together.
Oh, well, I was the one who suggested fishing. Right. The noble thing to do is see it through.
Godspeed, Stroll. Godspeed.
Ugh. It's rather slimy for my liking.
If you're gonna throw up, don't do it towards us.
I said nothing since Hulkenberg seemed to enjoy it so much, but if you're going to eat an unknown fish, might you not at least sear it first?
'Tis fine enough without, I say.
We get it, Stroll, or we get it, Hulkenberg. You'd probably eat the poor thing raw if you could.
You need way higher standards, lady.
Excuse me, friends. Don't mean to interrupt your meal. I'm Batlin, a church crier for the tournament. Maybe you remember me.
Yeah, I sure do.
Sounds like you made a hell of a splash in Martira, huh? Felling a vicious beast's one thing, but not many candidates took it figuratively.
With a problem like that, I had to do something.
Well, the rest of the candidates had to find themselves ahead for the lineup. Rather struck me when you all broke away from the pack so soon. So, do you have a head ready?
Yes and no.
Well, let's see. Got a head right here, I suppose.
Yeah, the poor thing's twitching on us still.
Lips sealed, huh? Well, I'm certainly looking forward to the exhibition then. Especially considering the diversity of your little party. I've always preferred to chase an interesting lead over a sure bet. Can't help it, I'm afraid. So, I'll have a keen eye out for you, all right?
Sounds good. Don't let your jaw hit the floor when we round the competition.
Not really what you'd expect from a Sanctus promoter. Who is he?
And the question remained unanswered.
Rumor has it that young candidate hasn't brought a head. Wonder what he's playing at.
Whatever it is, he's about to get a sharp lesson in the ways of the world, poor lad.
I think he's worth keeping an eye on.
Batlin knows the way.
Keep it under your hats, chums. But his power may rival Count Luis. I think he's just the ingredient we need to spice this race up a bit.
Or he's gonna use me for his own gain. Darn it!
Right. Just got back from the pub, did you?
You wound me. Nobody trusts a radical, huh? I expect you'll see for yourself.
Joanna and Barton should reach the city by morning. And I imagine they will aim to find us in our gauntlet runner. Nurse ought to be there to greet them. When the day dawns, we should head to the gauntlet runner. Sounds good.
Yeesh.
The other candidates' speeches seemed practically identical. I not trust those types with the country myself. Is there no one who could truly rival Luis or Forden? Brilehaven is positively rife with tourists. I myself have long awaited the delicacies here, and indeed, 'twas so delicious, I wish to eat every fish in the restaurant's tank. Dish so fresh, it still wriggles in the mouth. In this case, literally. Now that's a Port City specialty. What's that look about? You don't find it appetizing? No, I prefer my meals actually cooked.
My apologies.
I have a favor to ask of you. Would you mind lending me any unused blankets? Sure. For defense, you understand. Just in case. Otherwise, while I'm sleeping, I'll be unprotected against ching chang wada wada bing bing. Apologies. Against bugs. I want no contact with them whatsoever, awake or asleep. So I thought I might bundle myself in blankets at night. Yes, I know this place is warm as it is. Yes, I'm prepared for the inevitable night sweats. Nevertheless, I'd be grateful to have any spare blankets. Sure, my man, no worries. Alright, well.
Look at that.
If I'm done for the day, night-night.
Good night.
Rest well.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
He's drunk again, I swear to God!
And sloshed. Again.
Nurse? Swear to God, I'll take all the alcohol and beer in this gauntlet runner and throw it outside.
What happened to waiting for our guests? You utter buffoon! Is this why you volunteered to stay behind?
Alright, Hulkenberg, get the cold water. Or if you prefer, you could just throw him off the top of the gauntlet runner.
Seems like Joanna and Barden aren't here yet.
Well, hopefully that's the case and not just they weren't allowed in and couldn't find us.
Oh, I feared this might happen. And we've no other head to offer the judges. 'Tis a precarious position.
Ismay, not another word.
Let's all stay calm, all right?
Ah! I'm going to splash some water on my face.
I'm surprised it's your face and not Doris's. Hulkenberg? You okay in there?
What?
Why were they in there? Or why is Bart in there?
My sincerest apologies. I wasn't expecting anyone to come in. You see...
Were you exposed, Barton?
How did you come to be here? Explain yourself!
I walked in here? Oh.
Is something the matter, Barden?
Hey, Joanna. Or
You were
Joanna.
here the whole time?
I'm so terribly sorry. We heard the Gauntlet Runner had a washroom, so we thought we'd freshen up a bit.
Okay, sure.
I bathed first and was resting in the back room, contemplating my final day as a sanctuaress.
You'll be lucky if that's the only final day that comes from this.
Sir Nuris over there very decently let us in to wash up.
While being hammered?
I couldn't stand it, old thing. Her heart would bring any right-thinking man to tears.
What are you on
Could've
about?
Run like a bally thief in the night, but here she is, washing away her sins.
Cool, that doesn't... Oh, whatever.
It was more than a chap could bear, I say. Needed a drop of the grape and grain just to get myself through it.
Dude, just have a good cry. Like, why does that constitute getting hammered?
The bottle's barely any emptier. Was a drop really all it took to get you drunk?
Oh, please do not blame the poor man. Talking to him has eased my heart for the trials to come.
Okay.
I cannot let myself betray you and regress to my vile delusions. I only sought to atone with myself before my sins are duly punished.
Sure. I understand. Thank you for coming. Then, as we agreed, please confess before the crowd when the time comes. To be honest, I'm hesitant to turn you in now you've genuinely decided to repent. I mean, we're hardly icons of virtue ourselves.
Oh, dear God, have mercy on our souls. What are you talking about? Are you a mass murderer too, Stroll? Have you gone and kidnapped a bunch of people and fed them to the humans? No? Then you could say we're not saints ourselves, but we're not psychopathic murderers either.
In fairness, you're a woman of status, and it'll be a big crowd. We're not looking to instigate a public stoning here. You can explain yourself freely, in your own words. We can't ask anything more than that.
Okay.
Thank you. Truly, I've felt so much more at peace since last we spoke. The fog has only cleared further, giving me clarity of purpose.
A fog, huh?
Don't call it a fog. Oh my word. Yeah, I was just a little confused, guys. That's all it was. Okay.
Thank you for everything. I do hope you win the throne.
Yes, I intend to.
Whoever the crown goes to, we're at least going to make sure it isn't used for evil.
At last, it seems our preparations are set. We need only trust that our plans will bear fruit.
Sounds good. Gnarly Colosseum looking building.
Thank you all for waiting. The very first round of the tournament for the throne, the exhibition of the brave, is about to begin. Our monarchs-to-be will now present to the people the heads they seized to demonstrate their power as worthy of the throne.
Who in the world is the guy to the right of me? Big beady eyes, jeez.
At a later date, when the second round is announced, the faces on the King's Rock, that is to say, the candidates with the top 20 approval ratings, will pass the first round.
Wow, you're cutting it off pretty steep for the first round, huh? Because before this round started, I was in like the upper 8,000s or something.
20? 'Tis a great many eliminations in but one round.
I was hoping we'd at least make it through the first, but it might not be that simple.
I'm sure we'll come out on top somehow.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your eyes to the lineup of all the gorgeous faces at the judges' table, starting with His and Her Highnesses of Oceania and Montario.
For some reason, I thought the wrinkly old guy in the, like, second to the left was Forden, but no, that's not right, is it?
Oh, it's her ladyship. Lord Montario's here too, eh? And the armor on that fellow over there? A general, is he?
And of course, we have the one, the only, the people's favorite, our guest from the Sanctus Church.
Please clap, otherwise you will be executed.
Better known as the Miracle Saint, healer of all ills, presenting the lovely Lady Rella Cygnus!
Rella really looks happy to be here. Jeez.
Saint? Who's this? Someone fill me in. I've been literally living in a hole.
I've been literally living under a rock. Please, someone inform me.
A brilliant healer. We've met. though a long time ago. Even as a student, she was already considered the kingdom's best in her field.
Looks like the crowd's on your side, milady. Can you give us a few words about what's on your mind as you take on the judge's mantle?
God, I don't want to be here right now.
Well, I'm afraid you've rather got me on the spot. Hello, all. This city sure has, great seafood.
The only person that agrees with that is Hulkenberg. Here! Wait, just me?
And, well, sea creatures. Fascinating, aren't they? There's so much we still don't know about them.
What is this speech?
Oh, I did hear about a legend of some monster in the eastern seas of Oceania. Imagine, the mind races. I'm hoping I can investigate those sightings while I'm here.
That's just great, Lady Rella. I'll just stop you there, clock's ticking and all that. But we're thrilled you're enjoying your stay.
Not at all what I asked, but thanks for your time.
Sometimes I can hardly believe you're my sister.
Oh, wow. Really?
Still not much of a public speaker, are you?
Wait. You two are related? Ow. Wait. Am I just being stupid? I thought they were from different tribes, but maybe I'm just dumb. I don't know.
So she's a saint?
Well, she seems like a nice enough lady.
Good enough.
We'd better stop worrying about her and focus on ourselves. I don't see Luis anywhere, but I bet he's got eyes in the crowd.
Okay. Plausible enough.
Now, the time has come. Let the exhibition of the brave begin! First up is a respected gentleman of the church. Godot, the head of the monk soldiers of the Crown Theocracy!
What has he got behind him? Is that like a worm shark thing? What in the world? He literally brought a giant fish? How is that terrorizing anybody?
I've no taste for needless killing. Therefore, I chose a mark with meat, abundant and edible. After the judging, it will be served in a banquet for the poor.
Okay. I thought it was supposed to be, the criteria was a giant head that was like, of something like terrorizing people, not for like food, but sure, whatever rocks your boat, Godot.
A stand-up fellow, my good people! Strength and compassion in one package! He's got the crowd on his side right from the start!
It's got Hulkenberg on his side too now, probably.
Now, is there anyone who can top this?
I would hope someone else could top a giant fish.
I can.
And we have a challenger! Second in line is the church's direct opposition, the spearhead of Count Luis's supporters, Gladel the Black Hound!
Well, it's definitely smaller than a fish in terms of size.
One look at the head and I know what you're thinking. Bit small, isn't it? Well, I can bloody well tell you I'm not like this smarmy git who fished up his dinner. I'll tell you what this is.
What the heck?
Behold! The head of a hideous human!
It looks like a giant, like, worm head. But not...
Where's your proof?
Stroll.
Yes, the young sod's right. How do we know that's really a human?
What drivel? Look at the thing! You think a normal beast could have a face like this?
Probably just made the damn thing yourself.
Wait a second, that's just Clado.
Oh, useless as ever. Did it never occur to him that the average citizen has never seen a human?
Wait, does that mean you have? What?
Now,
She's dissed with him.
everyone,
Done with him.
Let's have a little composure, please. Candidate Gladel, we're very much obliged. You may step down.
Way to go, Stroll. Way to think I've spoken his tire.
On to the next!
What's with all the sea monsters? Oh, well,
The size
there's
of
Ford
that
N.
thing. Is that the monster of the Eastern Sea? Someone took the beastie down. Who did the deed?
I'd heard tell of a monster tormenting the people of this beautiful port city. I could do no less than grant them respite from their suffering.
Yeah, with the backing of the church.
Such is the duty of those with power.
Who expected anything less? His Eminence Borden is simply in another class. Suddenly the critics have all gone quiet. All I hear is gratitude.
Well, of course he hears gratitude. All the judges are from the church. Not that...
Borden's trophy is more impressive than I expected. How are we going to make a stronger impression than that?
You'll be fine. If he'd gone after us, the reaction would mean we'd have been written off no matter what we presented. Let's count ourselves lucky and trust in our strategy.
Also, it's not like we have to win the thing outright. We just need to continue on and make it into the top 20.
Now, no dirty looks, you lot. Next is the Pagan Assassin's Prize. Let's see what head we've got now.
Pagan Assassin?
Thank you, Candidate Julian, for that helpful, exhaustive, and I think exhausting explanation. Whew. Now, we've had quite a succession up here, but our last is coming up now. This should wrap up our show. Now, if the last candidate, the Elden Boy, would please join us on the stage.
Here comes the Elden Man.
Where's their head?
Where's Heisme? Don't tell me he's gonna pull something stupid. Oh, there he is.
Your pardon, madam, but would you happen to be the Lady of Martira? Joanna, the Sanctoress?
That she would.
Indeed. The head they've brought is mine.
Well, when you put it like that, you make us sound like the bad guys.
The impudence. You dare offer an honored lady of the church before these judges? This is not to be borne.
Oh, shut up, Godot.
I've got something to say to you too. That you chief there. Isn't that Heisme? The same damn criminal you were supposed to be chasing?
Yeah, and we solved the situation while getting the real criminal, so why don't you shut up, Glodell, and go back to playing with your Clay-Doh?
That's the infamous Heisme, the huge chief of all things.
This, after we saved your hide on the road.
Silence! He may be a former knight, but now he's a heinous criminal who stooped to kidnapping. Anyone who claims themselves his ally should be disqualified on the spot.
Please, wait. I have something I must confess to you all. You speak of the kidnappings that terrorized my home, Martira. I am here to confess that the true culprit behind those atrocities was me.
Da da da.
I was the caretaker of a hideous human in the basement of my castle. And to feed it, I abducted the innocent people of my own city.
What? Absurd! Speak sense, woman!
Well, you're not getting that from her.
Master Heisme is innocent in all this. He was framed for crimes performed by my hand and in my name.
And I, Barden, captain of Martira's Guard Corps, stand to vouch for all that she said.
Well, you may not want to put it like that. That makes it sound like you were complicit in the whole thing.
Just so. It was this young candidate who killed that human, cleared me of the false charges, and dispelled the shadow over Martira.
Thus, here I stand. My head is his to offer.
That's... well, that's quite a turn of events! We have our head, ladies and gentlemen, and it's unlike any we've seen yet!
Told you you'd be surprised.
How is this believable? She's an imposter. She's got to be.
An imposter, really?
Of course. That, or they're putting words in the poor woman's mouth. A sanctoress would never.
Yeah, I knew that excuse was still gonna come up.
What will His Eminence Forden do?
The Honorable Master Godot should know whether I and my words can be trusted.
He should? How? Well, his face betrays himself.
"'Tis true to the last word, isn't it?"
Yes, Your Eminence. Without question.
Young candidate, you have done well to bring about her repentance. Now, justice must be rendered.
Yeah, I knew that was still gonna come up.
What? Right here and now?
Well, what you think they were gonna do? Like, save it for later?
Your Eminence, a moment!
Thank you for your concern, but I have no objections. For a sinner like me, to confess the truth to the people has already been more than I deserve. O new king, it is my hope that you will rid the world of its twisted prejudices and common cruelties.
I'll do my best.
Please, lead this country armed with the truth.
I will. I promise.
Well, there she goes. That's a lot of blood.
Well, folks, sometimes that's just how the curtain falls. If Sanctifex Forden turned in the biggest head, then our dark horse here has certainly turned in the heaviest. What an upset, ladies and gents! Who could see this coming?
Those crazy kids have done it again.
What a show!
Glad I didn't disappoint, Batlin. 49. Well, I didn't make the top 20. Darn. After the events of the exhibition, many people seem to have taken notice of me. I hope this eventually leads to saving the prince.
Barden just departed, wishing everyone well. I suppose he aims to reach Martira before Joanna's confession does.
Yeah, hopefully.
And Forden himself. I hardly expected the man to make himself so visible.
Likely his attempt at redirection. Keeps the blame from falling on him and the church. Can't say it didn't work, I suppose. I'm certainly not blameless in this either. It was my suggestion to make an impression by foregoing the pursuit of a monster's head in favor of a person's.
What, and we were supposed to just let her madness continue?
I guess, but...
Nevertheless, the Lady Joanna entrusted her final wishes to us, and we mustn't betray them. That's all we can do.
I don't understand. I don't understand why we're trying to portray her as either like a good guy or like a misunderstood person. Like, yeah, her child getting killed is messed up, but that doesn't explain why she goes about kidnapping everyone else's child and other innocent people to kill them. I mean, parent gone through the tragedy of losing their child, wouldn't think your next response is to bring that upon everyone else.
Not bad, pups.
Hey, you're one of, Luis's lackeys, aren't you? Oh, speak of the man himself.
You are passing on the course of a human hunt. You gave a most distinctive showing.
Thanks.
I suppose you're worth introducing ourselves to. I'm Fidelio, that's Basilio.
Luis's right-hand men, see?
And now you walk with a Ujif at your side. Each ally of a different tribe. Fascinating.
Better to have dependable friends than familiar ones. Something we've got in common.
Cilio did not appear to like that comment.
Not only did you expose a failing of the Sanctus Church, but you dared to bring her alive so Forden himself could do the grisly part before all his flock.
Wasn't exactly our intention, but...
That was not our intent.
Oh, same idea, yeah? A real person's head gets more eyes on you than some decapitated beast. And now, you're the names on everyone's lips, aren't you?
No. We only read it wrong.
And you weren't afraid to make an enemy of the church to do it.
Of course not.
It's quite a feat for a no-name candidate to so deftly rub Forden's face in the dirt. A wake-up call, I'm sure, for those who only know his honeyed words.
Oh, Lord Luis, we really should be going.
Hey, you know, what's up?
Relax. They're in the middle of a conversation.
I like a show of strength as much as the next girl, but I do so hate violent spectacles. A view from the sky sounds so much more enchanting, don't you think?
Smooth talker, this one, huh?
So this is what's become of Luis. There was something eerie to him even as a lad, but I'd never expected him to reach such heights.
Oh, you knew him, huh?
Do you suppose we have his attention?
I think we have everyone's attention.
Last time, he told us we had to demonstrate our power first. I'd like to think that if he went out of his way to talk to us, that's something we earned.
You know it.
Oh, loves.
Oh.
I've got a message from Count Luis. He says he'll be sending a messenger along soon, so stay in the city, would you?
Sounds good. Huh?
And I have to say, I might not want to let you out of my sight either.
Oh, do you now? Yeah, you know. Calico.
Master Luis was just here. What happened?
None of your business, Cladell.
Well, he just left. You weren't told?
We'd better be getting back as well.
Damn it. What's so special about those fools?
Well, we're not a bunch of incompetent buffoons, that's one thing.
Luis is having a go for Popeye, eh? Are you officially all flunkies in arms now, then?
Not a done deal.
It's not a done deal.
Still, 'tis a significant step forward. We've crossed a dangerous bridge, and the risk paid off. We have finally taken the first step in saving His Highness the Prince. If we can get the formula, then we yet have a chance of lifting the curse.
How fares His Highness, anyway? He still fights?
I took a look in the Farsight mirror a while ago. He's still asleep. But nothing's changed about his condition.
Well, that's at least partially good. It hasn't gotten worse.
And do we know where this formula is?
No, but he's bound to keep it somewhere secret if it's evidence linking him to the assassination. Still, a formula would be useless unless it's within arm's reach for emergencies.
Yeah, I mean, don't know why he would hang on to it for all these years, but worth a shot. Best thing we got at the moment.
If it's something he'd keep close, then...
It's engraved on his body. I kind of doubt it's the third one, but I kind of just want to hear everyone's reaction to it.
Maybe he's engraved it directly on his body.
Yeah, somehow I doubt he'd literally carve incriminating evidence onto his skin. It'd be backwards in a mirror besides. It's more likely to be in his runner.
Fair enough.
Do you really suppose it would be in the runner he uses even today? The incident was near a decade ago.
It's as good a chance as any. Getting inside would be a pain for anyone else, including us.
He said he would send a messenger. Perhaps it would be wise to wait until we've heard his missive.
Sure.
Good point. Let's just wait for word then.
Late night.
Joanna, a backwater sanctuarist denies me my moment of triumph. She defiles the very church itself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, and naturally it was an elder of all people who stood her before me. Will that benighted tribe never stop dogging my heels?
What is that tribe did to you, or its people, or what are you so butthurt about?
An idea occurs, Your Eminence. For the tournament's next challenge, let us center the competition on a show of piety. Make them prove their Sanctus faith.
What, you think an elder doesn't have Sanctus faith?
After all, Sanctism is the state religion. It would be the barest of leaps to suggest that loyalty to the church is loyalty to the state.
You get a bunch of objections from people like Borden or Glaudel and the like, but...
I assume you have a plan?
Altaberry's our next destination. The very seat of the faith outside the capital. I thought we might propose another hunt. This time for relics.
Interesting, okay.
Ah, the so-called divine relics. Those false idols the pagans consider relics of their gods.
Pagans consider them relics of their gods? Not you guys? Okay.
What need does the world have for gods beyond ours? Soon, they will talk of nothing but how to win the Sanctus Church's favor. Your Eminence's influence would be sure to reach even greater heights.
Why would his influence be greater because of... Okay, sure.
And in the pagan lands, the greedier candidates will plunder and pillage for idols as they see fit. Fine footholds for our missionaries, all without getting our hands dirty.
Wait, let me read this again. I'm not sure I fully understood it. Soon they will talk of nothing but how to win the Sanctus Church's favor. Your Eminence's influence... Yeah, because he's the head of the church, okay. And in the pagan lands, the greedier candidates will plunder and pillage for idols as they see fit. Find footholds for our missionaries. Oh, like they're gonna force the greedier ones into, like, crimes that they can then just punish or something?
The collection of divine relics should be a spectacle held on Saint's Day. Our divine right will be undeniable. Once I take the throne, I will re-establish that these relics originally belonged to the Sanctus Church, and that they were ransacked from us in the course of history.
Okay. So they were from you, or they weren't? And you're just making up a lie?
Your Eminence, on that day, I should be grateful to be honored with a proper title.
Right now, you're trying to schmooze your way into a more prominent position?
Say no more. A concession only fair for the right hand of the Sanctifex.
Ever at your service.
Well, I'm sure Godel won't try to undercut him at some point in this.
You do not bow your head.
Oh, humblest apologies.
Careful, Rilla.
What troubles you, my child?
Well, my concern would be about the risks involved. Some theories suggest even the royal scepter was originally one of these relics. In the unlikely event that a divine relic were to be found to nullify the king's magic...
That would make Forden a target?
If such a relic existed, it would have been found long ago. You burden yourself with such fears. All you need to do is be a good saint. Smile, wave, and bless.
Well, telling her to be a pretty face, that's not a good look, Adele.
Rella, you are to return to the royal capital and gather the people under my banner.
Understood.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Well, I guess we weren't contacted that day.
Hello? A word. Some odd blighter left a letter for you last night. Said he was Louis's man.
Oh, I guess he did show up yesterday.
Night Prowler, today, come. Bit curt if I'm honest, hardly diplomatic. Seems like this Night Prowler place is some sort of pub or club. But do you know where it is?
Not a clue.
On the city's outskirts. Seemed fairly dingy to my eyes. I can't imagine Louis had a haunt like that.
Don't tell me it's Gladell or someone trying to take us to some, like, hut and shake us or something.
You think it's a trap? Maybe he's caught on to us?
If he wanted to trap us, I doubt he would make it so obvious. Though that doesn't guarantee our safety there, of course.
We have little other option but to show up.
I'll hang about in the runner. Keep myself busy with tinkering. Let me know if you talk yourself onto Louis's craft, eh?
Sure.
Right then. Let's be off to this Night Prowler.
All right. A Night Prowler, huh?
Let's hurry.
The place should be on the edge of town, I've heard. The ferryman should know how to get there. Alright, I think we'll save meeting Luis or whoever's called us over there for next time. So, thanks again for watching, and until I rove it to a universe near you, God bless, and have a good one.